We let the policy bake, no error, which is good. And look at this, we actually have results now. So in 3 weeks, I'm headed out to the UK for this Experts Live event. It's going to be great, but I'm concerned checking into the hotel. Well, in my experience, the hotels are a very odd business because you walk in and whoever is working there looks like they're just watching the desk for someone. No one actually works there. You say, I'm here to check in. They're like, oh, why? Like they look like they're genuinely confused that you showed up with luggage and you're going to sleep there. Sometimes they do a thing by text. You do the whole pre-check-in. You think it's going to be good. You can, get your key on the app if it's that kind of hotel, but it doesn't even matter because they don't talk to the people. The app's not talking to the people who work there. So they still have no idea who the you are. Steve Weiner from GetRubix.com. And today in a special part 2 of this week, we're going to take a look at the results of enabling our app inventory policy. Then they always ask for the credit card number again when you check in. It's almost like they don't believe you the first time. Like you give them a fake credit card number and, they need to see it for real. So there's a little bit of a lack of trust in that. Okay, so we let the policy bake overnight on our virtual machines. Let's go ahead and hit refresh. Before we do that, quick recap. We set up the properties catalog policy to enable the collection of app inventory, and we assigned it to our basically all devices, and we were looking at 2 virtual machines. So let's take a look at the virtual machines just to see if the policy hit and what the result was. So if we go on this virtual machine, let's go to the registry editor. Now we're in HKey local machine, software, Microsoft, and device inventory. And under reports is where the policies get logged. So we saw these come down yesterday, but they didn't really have status. So this is each property we're collecting here. So if you recall, the properties we're collecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 things. So each one of these, if we go back to the machine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 things. So this is where they all land. And if we take a look at it, if we open it up, so 2 things to look at. The harvester status returned a 200, no error, which is good. And then the uploader status. So it should have uploaded the info back to Intune, and that also got us a 200. So as long as that's the case on all these, we should be good. So instead of looking here, I just figured I'd show you. Let's go to the actual device. App inventory. And look at this. We actually have results now. So it's definitely working. Already you can see it has 347 applications. Now, clearly that's a lot. And it looks like they use the infinite scroll, so you don't have to go through the paging. It just keeps propagating. So in columns, you can add install location, uninstall command. I wonder if they're still populating up here. What else can we add? We can add the product code, which I think is cool. So let's take a look already. Yeah, so this is some pretty good information. Now, it also gives us the username, and that's going to be if the app installed across the board. So if it's device level. But notice some of them are just, user. So remember when we looked yesterday, we were looking at the different places it scrapes. So if it found for this user, we have OneDrive, we could see the location. And that's because it goes into that user's local app data. And now if we switch to sort for me, these are apps that are installed under my user. Not sure what that app is. A lot of these are services. It's looking at everything. Some are system apps. They have the modern packages as well. So if we search for Adobe Acrobat, take a look at this. So Adobe Acrobat is on the machine. We have an install date, the location, uninstall command, and product code. So for some reason, some of them don't have the full fields, but it could be still uploading, right? We're barely at 24 hours from when I turned it on. So I could be being a little impatient. I know I have Zoom installed as well. So, I mean, as far as what it's giving me outside of just the apps I'm pushing from Intune, I think this is pretty good. And I'm seeing the apps from all the users on here. Now, I already saw some of the comments from yesterday's video where folks said, oh, it's, half baked. It's not ready yet. It needs work. Look, everything needs work, right? And I'm not coming on here telling you this is a perfect solution, but take a look at what we had from discovered apps. And now take a look at this. I think there is no question that the data is richer here. We're getting more information. We're going to get the information more often. And this is helpful. I can't imagine someone saying they preferred the previous discovered apps with less information. So obviously you're going to have naysayers out there, but the fact that Microsoft took another step in giving us what we want is a good thing. And let me know your thoughts, how long it took for your apps to sync, if you're seeing anything odd, if all the data came back the way it's supposed to. Hop in the Discord, let me know in the comments, and we'll be seeing you.